Hey guys, what's up? It is Nathan here, and this is the LEGO Indiana Jones Escape from the Lost Tomb. So this set was released this year in 2023 as a part of the new Indiana Jones theme, the reboot theme, which I'm really excited for. I've done videos on the other two sets, but this is the last one, and I'm really excited. This set was the least interesting to me personally, but I am still really excited because it includes Sala and for the first time, and it has a detail that I'm really sort of interested in, and I'll get into that in a second. But let's start off with the figures. So this set includes 4 minifigures, the first of which, of course, is our protagonist, Indiana Jones. He actually has the same torso as the figure from the Temple of the Golden Idol set. And it's the same torso, but he actually has dark tan hands. And that's actually because in this scene he was wearing gloves, and so it's an interesting sort of it's an interesting kind of detail, but it's worth noting. It's the only difference in the torso, but it's still a difference. He's got the same legs as the other Indiana Joneses from this wave. He's got his whip and his satchel, which were made for this figure, I believe. And then he's got the same face from the Last Crusade set, the fighter plane chase. And I think that's a very neat figure. He's also got the hair hat combo. And then, of course, there's Marion, who is, of course, played by Karen Allen. In Raiders and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but we don't talk about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Her face and her torso and her legs are all really cool. She's got cool hairpiece, and she's got a scared face as well as a normal face, which I think is very cool. She's got dual printed legs, which I think is also pretty cool. And she's got a torch as her accessory. And of course, then we have Sala, who was played by John Rhys Davies, who I've actually met. I met him at a Comic-Con, so that's part of the reason why I was really excited for this figure. This is his desert attire, and I think it actually looks really cool. I wish he had leg printing, but he's got back printing, and I think he looks really cool. I definitely think that there really isn't much else they could have done to make that figure better, although I really want a Last Crusade version with the fez. And then, of course, there's a mummy figure that is involved in a feature that I'll show you in a second. And he's definitely a very cool figure, very detailed. Not really the main draw of the set, but that's completely okay. I don't say no to extra figures. So the main start of the set comes to this is the main build. Well, it actually is the only build. There's some interesting details. First off, I'm just gonna point out the Easter eggs. There is a C-3PO and R2-D2 glyph right there. Right there. There is another reference over here to Bionicle, and there's I believe also a reference to Space Police, and that could be a reference to Temple of Doom, but I'm not sure. There's definitely a lot of stickers in this set, which I'm not particularly fond of, but that's fine. They definitely bring a lot to the set. The other thing that is worth noting is that this is kind of a weird middle ground between two scenes, because there's Indiana Jones and Sala that come in the set, but this is mostly meant to show the the last part of this scene where they finally get out of the Well of Souls. And so this is it's kind of weird to have Sala in the set, but I'm not complaining. There's, of course, the arch, and behind it there's the Ark of the Covenant, which is definitely cool. I'm not particularly fond of the fact that they used a yellow brick instead of a gold one or a tan one, but that's fine. I think a tan one with gold would have been better, or just a pearl gold brick, because I don't think we've ever gotten one. There's, of course, the snakes around, which I think are really, really cool. And then, of course, the main... well, actually, let's start with the least exciting of the two features, which is, of course, this, which is a little... push this little lever, and a snake comes out the front. Snake dispenser, which is in the film. Not the actual dispenser itself, but a snake comes out of the wall in the film, which I think is very, very cool. And then the other thing, which the wall started coming down, these can be angled because they are angled in the film. And what you can do is you can have Indiana Jones start scaling the statue to knock it over, and there's a little lever here, and you push it and you can knock the statue over like in the film, and that leads you out. Now, of course, in the film, Marion sort of gets harassed by corpses, which is definitely something that, of course, Lego, I'm sure, wanted to add into their thing. So there's a little lever, or not a lever, a little pin over here that you pull out, and that's where the mummy comes in, where she can get scared by the mummy, which is cool. And so I think that this is definitely a neat add-on. It doesn't look great from the back. There's a lot of sand green here, and I'm not exactly sure why. It's easy to reset that. That's cool. There's also a little rubber thing, so when the wall falls, it cushions its fall a little bit, which I find very, very helpful. And this one doesn't have any purpose. It just spins, so you can just kind of make it dance. That statue is very, very cool, though. This is actually a really, really interesting set to build, which I find really cool. So that's something, but it's a pretty simple set. It's a pretty simple sort of play set. So with that being said, let's move on to the final verdict. So yeah, with that being said, I think this set is really, really cool, especially for the price of $40. For 600 pieces, I think that $400 US is actually a very, very good price for it. It's definitely, goodbye, mummy. It's definitely a fun set, and I think it would be a great set for someone who's not particularly familiar with the Indiana Jones sets. This is a remake of an older set, but I think it's definitely done really well here. I think that the figures are good. I think that 4 minifigures is definitely enough. The only character that I think might have been helpful in this set would have either been Belloc or Dietrich, but I see why they didn't add Belloc and Dietrich. You know, they have no excuse, but they haven't made that figure. So I definitely think that this set is a really, really cool set. I would recommend picking it up for $40 and 600 pieces. It's a really good price per part ratio, I think. But more than that, it's just a really good play set. So with that being said, I would like to thank you all very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of this set, and I will see all of you guys later. Bye.